I myself never even knew that there was an Anglican church in. Okay, let her take it from there.
I'm Udoka Ene.
Godwin Ene.
And a little bit about us. We moved to Tennessee in 2014 with our 2 children. We came here because we wanted somewhere quiet to raise our kids. We did our research and we heard that Tennessee is a good place to raise children. And coming from the background where we come from in Nigeria, we know that we need somewhere where our kids will be kids and still learn what they need to learn to grow up into decent human beings. And that's why we ended up here. In fact, my grandfathers on both sides, both my mom and my dad, were the first to accept Christianity, in the sense to accept Christ. When Christianity came and they were converted, they both decided to become Christians, and in that way got baptized and then had their children baptized, and that went on. Then my uncle, my mom's eldest brother, went into the priesthood, and he rose to be a bishop in the Anglican Communion in Nigeria. So my background when it comes to the Anglican Church is a very strong and solid background. My mom made sure I was in the choir growing up. Sometimes I resisted, but that's where my love of music comes from. My dad loved music too, so they both made sure that all their children were involved in church activities. Of course, by the time I got into the university, the youth thing came in and I was like, I need a break. And I took a break for a while, but I knew that even with that break, I was still going to church, but only when I had problems. It's like when it's exam time, I have to study hard and then I pray. God help me, I need to pass my exams. And then any other problem I had, But I knew I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. But at some point, when I had graduated and moved away from home and started working, I started re-examining my life. And that was when I went back to the church. I didn't go to Pentecostal, I went back to the Anglican church. And it's been like that till we moved here.
My parents wedded as Anglican. Probably there are more than 50 or 100 churches in Nigeria now. But then the dominant church was Catholic and Anglican. In the Anglican church we were attending, we were all very strong in the church. Like the person who is now bishop, we were very close with him and his family. In fact, I remember he telephoned Udoka some weeks ago that he's going to visit the US and that he intends to visit us when he comes.
He brought up my aunt. My aunt, we stayed with her for 3 months before we got our own place, because she was also part of the reason why we moved here, because we knew we had family, her and her children. But I decided right from the get-go that I was going to find an Anglican church, not Episcopal, but an Anglican church. And if I don't find an Anglican church, well, I don't know what I would have done, but I did it prayerfully. But we started with, I told my children, he's saying it now, he said, I'm not church hopping with you. Those are his words. I'm not going church hopping with you. You and the kids go. When you find the one you agree with, let me know, then I'll start going with you. I started Googling, I said Anglican churches, and then it popped up. St. Patrick's Anglican Church. Then somehow I started reading the links about what transpired, how it came off of All Saints and all that. And I said, okay, this is something we should try. And that's how I came with the kids. And after the first service, the first Sunday, I told him, I said, I think I've seen an Anglican church, but there's nobody like us there. I had to tell him, I said, looks like we're going to be the only ones, but they seem to do everything we do. And I called everybody, called my mom and said, hey mom, I've seen a church. Everybody was happy because they knew I was worried. So I was very, very happy, and I said, I'm gonna make this our church home. And as God will have it, our kids loved it. My son, as you know, just dove in and is having a time of his life. So I am so happy that we came here. I'm so happy that we were accepted. I'm so happy that everything I'm seeing builds my faith. You just need to come and experience what we see when we come in every Sunday to worship and other church activities. It's a family. It's not just saying, oh, it's a church family. It's actually a family where everybody is concerned about the other person, where everybody asks about someone. If they don't see someone one Sunday, they actually ask. I know the number of times when he traveled, except one or two people that knew he traveled, every other person was like, where's Godwin? Where's Godwin? And it showed me that they were really interested. They asked about my daughter who is away in college. Somebody will always ask me, where's your daughter? How is she doing? They know she's in college. How is she doing now? And then my son, I get all these compliments and I'm like, is that my son? People walk up to me and say, oh, your son is such a nice, and I'm like, they've actually looked at me and said, when I say, yeah, they say, oh, we get that a lot. Yeah, it needs to be experienced and not just come in and look around and walk out. You sit down that you came to worship God and then see the people around you that are doing the same thing you're doing. And that's when you know that you're really in a church family, not just any church family, but a family. And that's what has impressed me most.
Every time we had visitors from home, if they're staying over Sunday, we always invite them to come with us, and we have always come with them. And the same impression St. Patrick's made on us, although they just come for one day or one Sunday, they keep on asking, oh, how is St. Patrick doing?
True.
Even when they are back home.
True. My sister is always asking.
Okay. And one of our relations that came last, I told him we are building something, till tomorrow. He asked me, oh, have they started the building? I said, yes. So you see that they are really interested. Okay, St. Patrick's made the same impression it made on us, to those who are visiting just once or two times.
I came in, I said, I'm really looking for a church that I need to watch, and I've looked in different places. Now let me try this. And it worked. So that is what I would tell anybody. Come and experience it yourself, and then see what it feels like.